Hello and welcome back to the Love Football. Shows how long I've been off for. Welcome back to the Football Manager stage with Le Havre. And yes, I did kind of not go through with what I said. And after what I believe was like a 2 week layoff, this one's been probably like 3 weeks, maybe even slightly more. So it's just, yeah, this sudden return to work's kind of thrown me out of sync. And I've just not really found the slot in the week on when to do it. So I can only apologise for that. But I think I might have worked out roughly when to do it now. So I'll try and get it done this time. I'm hoping I'll follow through with that word as well. I'll try and get it done more often. But anyway, we are back now. We are here with the biggest game on the calendar, PSG. They do have a couple injuries, broken ankle. Bless Marquinhos is not a nice one to be on the end of, and Garner out with a sports hernia. Us ourselves, as you can see, we are missing Van der Par. He can't catch a break. He finally got fit after signing him, and yeah, went and done his ankle ligaments. We are missing him again, but I believe in the few games he did play, he was quite handy. He has got a goal and assist in his 4 games. Only 17 years old. Kamara, I think he's back now. I'll check the kind of team we're probably going to go with in a second. But obviously, yeah, we'll need people like Kamara back for a game. If they are to me go defensive, and maybe they're right, but it's been a while. I don't want to come in and bore you with the defensive tactics, so we'll go all guns blazing. We're not all guns blazing, we're still playing on cautious. So hardly all guns blazing. What are they suggesting for Kamara? I'm not sure they're suggesting he should play, so I'm going to have to find a way around this. That will have to probably just be, I don't know. We'll go Romero there. Take you off the bench and put Basque on just as a centre mid replacement on the bench. Everyone else seems pretty fit, no one tired, so we're going to go with that for the rest of the lineup. And hopefully we don't get battered on our return against PSG. We have a throw in here. Lukaku gets into Koulibaly. The other way around. See, this is, I'm so out of practice. It's unreal. So much so that as Benito comes forward and lashes it about 10 yards wide, I realised what I did forget to show you is obviously there would have been a break between the last games and this one. What happened in the results between then and now. So after the game, I will actually have to show you that. As, yeah, I completely slipped my mind. It does show that I'm completely out of sorts with all this. My own fault at the end of the day. So we come forward again, and Honzak gets an in for back post cross he loves to do. And I mean, I sound pretty tame, but we're 1-0 up against PSG. To be fair, I don't want to obviously start singing our praises just yet because obviously there's a long way to go in this game. A couple of minutes of this half and a whole another 45 minutes, but to go 1-0 up at all is great stuff from the boys, really, as it is half time now, only shortly afterwards. So the stats are pretty low. Obviously, I said I try not to bore you and go defensive, but 2 highlights in the half is hardly be entertaining either. But in terms of actual game plan, it's working. 1-0 up, a position I did not expect to be in at all. So other than kind of telling them that I'm happy with the performance so far and hoping that they don't get too overconfident with that, I don't really want to make any changes. It's so far so good. I say late highlight is in the final 15, so you could call it late. I know the fans will call it a late equaliser if I concede, so if I'm not wrong in saying so. As Romero loose pass, they fortunately for us, I mean just loose passes all over the place it seems. There's another one there. So it's a bit ugly at the moment. I'm sure they won't make too many mistakes now as their midfield three push it between them. Get out right to Orsolini now, further right to his Italian mate, Florenzi. They do whip across and Jovanovic is on the end of it. And hopefully we can keep the ball this time round. As Maras brings it forward into the feet of Honzak. If he can just try and lump one forward to Tiare maybe. Hope that this highlights ours and not theirs. As Honzak keeps carrying it all the way to the byline. Cross gets blocked, but Maris gets in anyway. That's one hell of a header from Jamal Tiare to put us 2-0 up. I can't believe the position we're in here. Maris does well to dig a cross out from a kind of difficult situation right on the touchline, but it's got nothing on the quality of that header. We see it again here. Honzak, yeah, always the byline, gets his cross block, but Maris throws it in, and yeah, about 14 yards, kind of to angle it back towards the far top corners, which is probably one of the best goals I've seen him score, and on the biggest stage so far in a game against PSG. So We'll make a quick few subs. Lacau has been great, but obviously, as you can see, not exactly the fittest right now. A bit tired. Probably Basquet that comes on there. Benito's not had a great not a great Damian Lillard apparently. Not had a great game, so we'll get Abdeli on the right. I could put Pite on for Honzak as well. Do a late triple sub, why not? And yeah, hopefully this team can see the game out as they have a corner here. It's cleared. I'm hoping that will be all this highlight consists of. It's just a kind of post sub one that goes off for a throw, and hopefully that's it. Yes, it is. So 5 minutes left. Hopefully we can see this out. And see it out we do. I don't think there's a single PSG highlight on our goal, which is, I mean, the 2-0 result's impressive enough, but that's just the icing on the cake. It's got to be our most impressive result yet, as you see, defence all above 7s, defensive midfielders, even the one that come off Lacau, all above 7s. I can't fault a single player out there today. The results, well, as I said, just the most impressive one we've got so far. So outstretched arms, they can receive a bit of that, bit of the future love, and yeah, 2-0 against PSG. Not much else can be said other than, well, just top class. And you see there on the league table does actually move us back into European contention, which I said obviously I didn't expect to be here this late on, especially. I didn't really expect to be there at all. But yeah, technically we're still in a fight here, so we'll push it to the wire as long as we can. If we do finish just top half, that's equally all right with me. But yeah, a cracking result there. You see here we've just had the bonuses paid out for avoiding relegation. Yeah, 30 games in, the 38 game season's already been mathematically safe is great. At the end of the day, we were probably safe about a month ago that we weren't going to get relegated from this position. The officer said I'd show you the results that we missed. I can't remember where I left it, unfortunately. So this will be a bit of guesswork. It might have been around this. I think it would have been 4 games off. So these 4, I think I left it with a 3-2 against Saint Etienne. Jamal Tiare hat-trick. So a 2-1 loss to Nice. Nothing to be too ashamed of, really. Then we did batter Caen, which was a nice result against our rivals to get there. A pretty boring game against Lorient, but we turned up very well. As you can see, Jamal Tiare with a 10 and 4 goals against Nims. It was an absolute walkover of them. I don't know if the stats match the scoreline, but yeah, that was a great game. But despite that 4-0, I'd say this PSG 2-0 tops it. Yeah, it's quite a break now, so I've got a lot of a lot of days to sim through before I can get to the game against Auxerre. But I'll see you for that one. We're back now against fellow promoted side and currently relegation fighting Auxerre. They're 18th, obviously, with about 8 games left now, so they've got some work to do to make sure they stay up. I don't know how kind of adrift they are, or it could be a point, it could be 6 points, I'm not too sure. It will go kind of as strong as we can, in a way. Like, there's certain people I'm not willing to use because of injury, like Ursoy's just got injured in training. Van der Pera came back only to get injured in training. Jack Rolls got injured in training. Koulibaly suspended. So, really not getting the rub of the green in terms of fitness on a lot of players at the moment, but we'll go over what we've got. I think Sam Hughes as well is going to use. I'll probably put him on the bench now over Ursoy as he's less injured. Gomez gets a game. Herrera's back in for suspended Koulibaly. Kamara's now back in. He's still injured, but he's playing with a protective equipment. He broke his wrist, I believe, or broke his hand, so it shouldn't hopefully affect his performance too much. And Abdeli comes in. Other than that, I think it is the same side, so yeah, hopefully this one goes as well as the last game did. I was about to get ready to press encourage, as I usually do around the 15th minute on the shouts. We do have a highlight as we're building it from our own goal kick. Ramirez enters the half now. Into Kamara. Trying to find a run in front of him, but there isn't one, so he makes one of his own. Honzak gets there first, and he picks near post to the far, which I probably wouldn't have, but they're pretty tame effort and we don't score. Just press encourage again. Around the 30th minutes, the other time I do it in the first half, but again, a highlight here is Benito's got to score that, and he does. So the players probably won't like it when I encourage them after the goal goes in, but I'll take upset players if it's the only reason they're upset is because I've shouted something at them after we've scored, because it means obviously we have gone 1-0 up. Nice little exchange at 1-2, not like a instant pass, like a brief bit of control from Tiara and slips it back into the run of Ramirez. But yeah, good interchange and 1-0 up. They now have a throw-in into the B hand, who caused us a lot of problems last year. We can hopefully win this with Tiara. He does get there first now. Spins his man. Is he going to go all the way on his own and find a pass? He gives it out to the left to Honzak, who holds it up for a second. Back to Merritt, who has to sprint to keep it on the pitch. Not the greatest of passes from Honzak. The Lacau now. Out the left are a bit congested, but we've opened up a bit of space here with Tiare. We can just get a ball across maybe now. I can see a ball to the back post perhaps. Wants to go all on his own, and I mean, he was never going to squeeze it in from there, but that loose ball looked like it could have been tapped in by someone. It probably would have been Benito at the back post, but wasn't to be as we head towards half-time, and it will be 1-0 half-time, so can never complain when we're leading, and it has very much been in our favour. They've literally had the one shot, and I think all 2, maybe 3 highlights, I can't remember how many we had, were ours, so it's good signs. I'd like to be a bit better, and I was considering moving up to balance, but now we're winning, I probably won't bother. I'll leave it on cautious. Yeah, hopefully we can see the rest of this game out. That's Kamarov. We do have a highlight here, so we'll do it afterwards. And we score. I think it's offside, and it is. I don't know about how much, but I'll quickly make this sub. Probably be for. I'm not sure who. Go with Basco, why not? On the pitch, as we might see the replay here of just how offside it was. Actually, wasn't too much, enough to like be clear, not like the lines on top of each other, like a lot of VAR decisions, but yeah, still only 1-0. Into the late stages now. They get thrown. If they score for first tie, I will feel rather FM'd. Move century to Bostock now, back to the centre back Gonzalez. Just keep exchanging it between them two. He lumps one forward to Roat on the left. Gives the ball across. That's probably going to be a goal. That's a great tackle, but loose ball falls to Kevin Fortune, and they do pull back. So I might even jump all the way up to positive now. Try and force something to happen. Maybe Honzak off or Pite, something like that. Just to try and force the issue here. Abdelli's not been great. Not that many people are fit. I'm going to get Van der Perron. Anyway, let's see if we can nick something. Well, we're already drawing, but get the 3 points back. I don't know if this will be a highlight that's worth seeing or just a post goal kind of kick-off highlight and the ball go off the pitch very soon. Judging by that pass, it's not going to be ours, even if there is one. Come forward here. I'm hoping none of this matters. Straight up for Fafana. The score were pretty much the only chance they had. Can't complain really, we didn't make too much either. It's kind of one of those I knew off the back of such a great result. And obviously talking up beforehand about how their relegation threatened and things like that. I knew it wasn't going to quite live up to the heights of the first game. It's almost sod's law really, but it's a point nonetheless. We're not losing. I'll tell them I'm not happy because, I mean, I'm not. I mean, if we're going to treat ourselves seriously in the future, these are the type of games you've got to be winning. And I know it does drop us out of a European spot, which they are considering us in a race of. And I'm kind of still under money. I don't think it will happen. Even though, as I said, this late on, we are still in it. So perhaps I should be a bit more gutted about losing the spot than I am. But nevertheless, we move. I can see PSG have already guaranteed some form of Europe, and I'm sure they'll win the title and not win the Champions League, but obviously qualify for Champions League next year along with it. I'll check just how much they are ahead right now. Yeah, 14 points, so it's almost already done. Also saying, I was going to say that, as I just quickly check, they're probably not going to be a fan of that performance. C's not awful, to be fair. A+ doesn't surprise me. I did actually get a couple offers from various teams to be their manager. It was Monaco, obviously, in the fight with, as well as AZ Alkmaar over in Holland. I've rejected them both, obviously, because I've got a job to do here at Le Havre, and it's gone very well so far. So as for when we come back, or if I come back, I'm making a habit of not fucking doing that. So yeah, if I hopefully do, it will be for a triple header at the end of the season. Monaco, Rennes, and Marseille. That could all be big games. Obviously, Monaco, the team we're mainly fighting for the final spot of Europe for now. as well as Rennes were 5th and Marseille were 4th. So literally we'll be playing all the teams in the Europa League spots currently. One of them, I imagine, like the Monaco spot is Euro Cup 3, Euro Cup 2 as they call it on this. This is going to be called like the UEFA Conference League in real life. But yeah, any form of Europe would be mental. I don't expect to be there at all. So yeah, I'll come back for those final 3 games. And if you have returned after what was even a longer layoff this time, and once again, thank you. I am a disgrace when it comes to getting things done. Hopefully, I can find more spots in the week to be able to do it. So it's not going to be 2 weeks and 3 weeks from now on. But yeah, thanks for watching, and hopefully, I'll see you next time.